What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so yesterday on his podcast, Redick, former NBA player, went in on people like me and others who he feels are LeBron haters. All right, he said that there are a lot of false narratives out there in which people are trying to minimize LeBron James as an all-time great player. He said that, there's this perception that LeBron isn't a great scorer. And he said that LeBron is the greatest scorer. And he said that another false narrative is that LeBron is not a great clutch performer, saying something about since the 96-97 season, LeBron has more clutch time points than anyone else with 2,600 points, and the only other player with 2,000 clutch time points in their careers is Kobe Bryant in that time span. And just basically saying that, there's a lot of people hating on LeBron. This is my response to that. This is just me. About the whole LeBron's not being a scorer thing, isn't that something that he's been pushing? Isn't that something that his people conveniently push when they want to kind of like crap on scorers? Like, how many times have we heard LeBron say, well, I don't even consider myself a scorer? Am I lying, folks? Isn't that something that he always says? And then we go out our way saying, no, you are a scorer. You've led the league in scoring. You're about to become the all-time leader in scoring. Okay? Yes, you are a scorer. You've averaged 27 points per game in your career. You are a scorer. The difference between LeBron and a Kobe and a Mike is that when it comes to scoring, in my opinion, just my opinion, LeBron falls more under the category of a Karl Malone. He gets a lot of his points in a certain way. Bowling balling his way to the basket. He's feasting in this era of very little defensive resistance. And he basically shoots a lot of his outside shots, his threes, from three different spots, for the most part. Top of the key and the wings. That's where he shoots most of his threes. Occasionally, he may shoot a three from the corner, but I don't think that's his sweet spot. Just from watching him play since he was in Miami, those are his spots. And since he's 6'9", and when he's on the perimeter, he's more likely being guarded by someone who's shorter than he is, he's able to get that shot off easily. I mean, think about it. When's the last time we've seen LeBron James shoot a three with a hand in his face and him fading back? He's usually shooting it wide open. Do you think we're stupid? I'm not. And then he talks about LeBron has a higher career 2-point percentage as far as shooting. He has a higher career 2-point percentage as far as shooting the basketball than Durant and Jordan. That doesn't mean shit. Charles Barkley is 54.2% for his career shooting the basketball overall. The only reason why it's that low is because Charles Barkley is a 26.6% career 3-point shooter. When you take threes away, he's a 58% career shooter. On par with Shaq, who's 58+%. Does that mean they're better shooters? No. it actually leans to the thing I've been saying the most about him, LeBron, is that he gets a lot of his points in the fucking paint. 67.3% of his points come in the fucking paint versus just 56.8% from Michael Jordan. And when I say paint, I also mean free throw line, too. So 67.3% of LeBron's points come from either paint or the free throw line. Michael Jordan, paint and free throw line, 56.8%. That's a dramatic difference. So yes, if 10% more of your points career-wise is coming right in the basket, you should have a higher career two-point percentage, you dick. And the reason why I compare him to Karl Malone is that Karl Malone could score the basketball. But Karl Malone, at times, could fade if you got to him mentally. If you know, Karl Malone is one of these guys, he was a great player. But we could see that if you could get into his head and knock down his confidence, there are times when he could shy away from scoring. That wasn't the case with Kobe and Mike. And there's clutch time shit, whatever that is, longevity record. That's all that is. Longevity record. The fact that Kobe still has more career game winning shots than LeBron says it all. It says it all. The fact that LeBron has 5 game winners in the playoffs, that's pretty that's impressive. Until you look at how many fucking playoff games he's been in. So, you know, I mean, look, at the end of the day, we know what our eyes tell us. Just this season right here. A couple weeks ago, I looked this up. At the time, LeBron was shooting 75% from the free throw line for this season. But in the fourth quarter of this season, he was shooting 59.5% from the free throw line, which is indicative of what we've always seen from LeBron, is that when the pressure grows, he shrinks, he fails, and he wants no part of that foul line if the game is in doubt, and he can be a person that can be criticized. That's always been the case. I don't care what J.J. Redick says. I don't care what Nick Wright says. I don't care what Shannon Sharp says. He does not want any part of that fucking free throw line when he's in a situation where he can be blamed. He's going to pass that fucking ball. Because the last time he was in a situation where he was universally blamed was 2011 in that finals. Because his performance is what led Dirk to win that championship. He couldn't stand it. He had to go through the whole summer of being ridiculed like that, and he never wants to do that again. That's why he's never in the slam dunk contest, because he doesn't want to fail. He's afraid of failing. That's why after every game when his team loses, he instantly puts out this narrative that I need more help. It's not me, it's the team. But anyway, we all know what time it is, man. Tell me what you guys think. One last point. If Karl Malone's mother never passed away,